everybody. Guess what? It's time for the full album challenge again with your hosts Chili Burns and El Blasto. El Blasto, say what's up to the folks.
Hey, what's going on? We've got a good show today, and it's brought somewhat of a revelation to me. So this
No
is
shit.
gonna be kind of interesting. Um,
That's
and
pretty fucking deep for week 2, dude.
yeah, it's not about any one thing that we reviewed. It's kind of just an overview of what we're doing here, and
Oh,
so it's actually pretty cool thing. It's good and bad at the same time. So yeah, we'll get
shit.
into
Well, this
that
is
in a little while.
an unrehearsed revelation. Those are always the best kind. So
Hmm.
I'll drink to that. I'm drinking a delicious IPA in your honor because I know how much you love the IPAs.
Oh, love all the hops you can fucking put in it. Just cram it in there like
Yep.
a freshly mowed lawn.
Yeah. I like my liquid as dry as possible, please.
Yes. Yeah, you know what kind of champagne to serve, the brute.
Yeah.
But
Champagne.
yeah, I'm drinking the Spreckers
That's good shit, man.
root
No,
beer.
no affiliation with the brand, but yeah, Sprecker's root beer is freaking solid, man. I'm
It's
drinking
good.
a Stone Delicious IPA because I have to have. That's the only IPA worth of shit that I've had. That because I actually do like IPAs, despite not having a long beard and a flannel shirt on. I actually enjoy IPAs, always have. But this one has because this one is gluten reduced because I'm a Southern California. I can't do gluten anymore, man. I'm a like we talked about before. I'm a gluten tard. I
Gluten
can't do it.
tard. Gluten tard.
Gluten tard, straight out of Germany, opening up for Kraftwerk. They're gluten tarden.
Yeah,
How do you say
gluten
it
tarded.
plurally?
Yep,
I'm
that's
gluten tarded. Yeah, I'm actually gluten tarded.
uh,
Look for our merch link pretty soon. That's gonna be a t-shirt for everyone to buy. Is gluten tard.
yeah, gluten tard.
It'll be like a big fake fucking band logo. Gluten tard with umlaut somewhere that
Or
don't
we
make any
could
sense.
do it like black metal, so it looks like a shitty leather couch that's been laid
Yeah,
on by a dog for about 20
yeah,
years. You know, it's all
yeah.
busted up and cracked, and it's like,
Yeah.
oh, gluten tard. They are
Gluten
heavy,
tard.
but
Been sat on by a fat couple for 30 years because they can't afford a new couch.
yes,
The Naga hide is cracked. I think we went on to that last time too. We talked about Naga hide and metal logos last time too. They just look like thorn beds, pretty much. Thorn beds and cracked Naga hide.
yeah, that's what it's
Like
called is Naugahyde.
the fake like pleather
Yeah,
as opposed to
okay.
vinyl. Like vinyl. I think it goes in the level of quality to low quality. I think there's leather, pleather, vinyl, and then Naga hide. And
Well,
I might have for all of you who are into pleather and vinyl, I might have those two mixed up, but I think Naugahyde is the worst. That's like the bench seat in like a '74 Ford Pinto Runabout would be Naugahyde probably, or a really crappy fake leather '70s couch.
well, oddly enough, it's funny you say that because this is relevant to what we're doing here. Is that there's a Primus album called Green Naugahyde, and
Oh,
it's a newer one, so that would be a challenge for me because
oh,
as much as I like Les Claypool, he has released some stinkers since since his heyday, you know, and it's really weird stuff
it's
that's
fucking
not
embarrassing.
yeah, it's not it's not really great to listen to. I've been disappointed a couple times, and that's sad because he's my hero, you know. And if you ever hear this, Les, you know, sorry, but yeah, some of it sucks.
We've all put out some shit.
Yeah.
Even you and I put out some bad music. Believe it or not, everyone out there in
Oh, absolutely.
podcast land.
I think all my
Believe
music is considered bad, but um, you know, okay, so I'm gonna write this down in my notes real quick. The
it or not. Yeah.
Primus.
Yeah, do that because we already have our slate for this week, which we'll get into in
Yeah.
a little bit. But yeah, that'll I'm down for that because I'm like I dig Primus to the point of where like I actually saw Primus live once. I saw them open up for Rush. This is mid
Oh
'90s.
my God, you saw that?
It was fucking great. Yeah, it was. We were in the Sacramento, California, at the old Arco Arena. We're
Hmm.
way up in the fucking back of the back seats, as high as we could get. Like we could have parachuted down to see them
Yeah.
on stage, but it was fucking cool. And Primus, and the sound actually, when you sit in a big arena like that, that's a big. For those of you who don't know, that's a big basketball arena. So it's like 15,000 seats. It's all indoors, obviously, and the sound in places like that usually freaking sucks. Usually just reverberates and echoes all over the place. Can't hear anything. Like I saw BB King in a similar place in Santa Cruz, and it was fucking horrible. Like BB King's the greatest, but it was horrible. But anyway, this Primus show with Rush, the sound was actually good, and to see Primus open up for Rush was watching Les Claypool live. Talk about wizardry. Holy shit, man. He's like, it's like watching Eddie Van Halen, but he's playing a gigantic six-string bass and not missing a note and going a million miles an hour, and you can hear every note too. It's not just noise. It was like, but my point with all that is, with Primus, sometimes like, okay, man, it's too much now. I've heard too much bass. I've heard too many notes from the bass. I need to hear just like, can you do a ballad just real quick?
No, that's impossible with them. But like that particular show, I have a story about that too. Is that I talked to some Rush fans that were old, like boomers, real boomers, and
This is like recently you talked to him, or you talked to him back when
no,
the
this
concert?
this is way back when I was young,
Yeah,
or younger.
even
And
younger than we are today. It's hard to imagine.
yeah, believe that. And they they went and saw Rush, and they were like, "Oh," and this is in probably Rock Island, Illinois. Okay, so that's probably where they played,
Yeah.
and they saw it, and they were like, "Well, there was this band that opened up for them. They were so annoying and stupid. We tried to boo them off the stage," and I was like,
Oh,
"It was Primus."
you tried to boomer them off the stage, you
Yeah,
fucking
they tried to
jerks.
boomer them off and Karen them off, and
Turn that down.
yeah. We want to hear Tom Sawyer.
Oh, again.
Yeah,
Um,
and but hey, nothing. I mean, I love Rush, and that was a
yeah.
great pairing. That was like when I saw Kiss with the Melvins opened up for him. It was just like the fucking Melvins are great, and nobody knew who they were, and they were getting booed off the stage and everything. They didn't give a fuck. They just kept rocking. They
Oh
played all
yeah.
their
King
heavier
Buzzo.
stuff.
King Buzzo has no fuck. He's never had any fucks in his life to give to anyone. He does
Nope.
not, as evidenced by the music that they record. And like, what are you guys talking about? Oh, you're literally not talking. You're literally singing in gibberish.
Yes.
All right, man, do your thing, King Buzzo. Comb your hair. Never mind. Never
No,
mind.
no. It's funny how his skull goes forward and his hair goes back, and then his hair comes forward and his skull goes back. So it's like this constant, like
Yeah,
opposite movement, and
yeah.
he's always headbanging because they're always, they're kind of a heavy band, and
He's like
holy
a
shit.
watch that you just shake your wrist on, and it just keeps going. I don't need a battery. I'll just shake the watch. It's like
Yeah.
King Buzzo is to the Melvins. You just okay, we're good.
But the hair is
He's pretty.
absolutely fucking awesome.
Yeah, he's pretty. He's a pretty man, King Buzzo. I was going to say I had an experience like that too, where we went to see the Cult. Actually, the same place. This is coincidence, but in Sacramento, went to see the Cult, which I love. The Cult, always have. Um, they played Arc Arena, and they're a smaller band, so they didn't even sell the nosebleeds. So we were actually down on the floor. We were like 30, 40 feet away from the stage. Freaking amazing show. It was so good. But opening up for them, which at the time I was kind of excited to see because he's kind of new and up and coming. Opening up for the Cult that night was Lenny Kravitz.
Oh
And
wow.
I was like, oh, that'd be cool. Yeah, yeah, that's gonna be cool. I'm like, he's cool. I'll listen to Lenny Kravitz. And this is before he made it big, like in '99. This is a couple years before that. With "Are You Gonna Go My Way?" Before that,
Yeah, yeah.
um, but he was still kind of getting well known. Anyway, but we get there, and Lenny Kravitz didn't show up, and he was sick or whatever. I don't know. So they pulled out some local band from Davis, California, a little college town. I hope these guys are still around because I'm going to give them a free plug. Definitely no sponsor affiliation with these clown or these guys. This band called the Popolopes
Oh,
opened up,
awesome.
yeah, opened up for the Cult, and I don't remember anything about them. They were pretty good. All I remember is that the bass player played a fretless bass,
Oh, cool.
so that's like a little respect, right out of the gates. They were all right. They're like some local college. Played a little half-assed prog alternative, you know, kind of Cure-ish, a little heavier than
Yeah.
the Cure kind of stuff because Cult fans, not that they're metalheads or anything, but they they don't
Nah.
necessarily want to hear the Cure. No, maybe a little bit. Anyway, but the Cult was great. That was when their album Ceremony came out, which again, so I'm a cult fan, so there is no album challenge with the Cult. I can listen to all their stuff top to bottom, and their
I
band,
agree.
their albums, Electric and Sonic Temple, are unbelievably great albums, like top to bottom.
Yeah, I agree on the Cult. Metalheads like them, but they're not necessarily. They're just hard rock
Yeah,
with and the guy who sings, he's got pipes.
Yeah,
He
Ian
really
Astbury has a very unique, and that's kind of what brought in some. Because I actually, when I started talking about the Cure, I knew some guys that are real Cure, Depeche Mode, The Smiths, Morrissey fans of the Susie and the Banshees, cleverly spelled Souxie. I get it, Susie. It's real clever. Anyway, Susie and the Banshees. But they dug the Cult because Ian Astbury's voice kind of sounded like a mix between Robert Smith and Morrissey and some of those other new wave type guys. But the music was, in my opinion, fairly humble opinion. The music was way better. Like Electric is just raw rock and roll. No special effects, nothing. It's just rock and roll. And then Sonic Temple is when I think Bob Rock did that one with them. I could be
Oh
wrong.
yeah,
Music historians, correct me in the comments if you want. But that album was very well produced, with more than just guitar, amp, vocals. Okay, we're done. But it was fucking great, man. It was great. And then Ceremony was pretty good. It wasn't as good, but Sonic Temple is a hard one to follow, man. It was really good. But anyway, yeah, I saw the Cult play, and when Lenny Kravitz fucking called in sick, I want to meet Lenny Kravitz one day and find out what happened to you, dude. I know it's Sacramento, it's small time, but come on, man, you signed a contract. Get out there, player. But he didn't show up. So the Popolopes got a little free publicity, but I don't know. I don't know whatever happened to those guys. I'll look them up. That'll be an album challenge if I ever find out they existed past like '97.
yeah. The Popolopes.
Yeah.
But speaking of the challenge, we went on a musical journey this last week here.
Fuck, did we ever? Oh my god. What do we do? We did well, I challenged you with Luke Combs.
Yes.
Uh this one's for you.
Yep.
We'll start there. What'd you think of that one? What do you got on that one?
All right. I am a metalhead, and I vehemently hate pop country, but this is one of them that the whole thing, like I said, a revelation was that I think sometimes that I'm gonna come across it like it would be much more entertaining if I was completely pissed off by this guy.
Yeah, right.
But
Well, there are plenty of country guys I can throw your way that will
yeah,
completely piss you and I both off.
and I didn't. I was just expecting some crap, but and I would, but there was kind of like the thought in the back of my mind, like this might be some of the shit that I absolutely hate, but it wasn't. It was actually a good record. And
Yeah.
you're right, he's got a hell of a voice. Um, yeah, I've heard When it rains, it pours about 100 times, and I just
Oh,
didn't
okay. I was wondering
know.
about that. Yeah.
Yeah, they and the local radio station here that plays country, like every once in a while, one of the guys at work will turn that on,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
they play like the same 7 songs all fucking day. It's like the pop station does this too with,
Yeah.
like whoever, Taylor Swift and shit like that, but the same 7 to 9 songs over and over and over and over.
Oh,
And when
it's
it
fucking
rains, it
maddening, isn't it?
pours. Yeah,
Absolutely
it's
maddening.
and the radio lovers love that. That's all they want to hear is the same stupid shit. But I noticed that it was one of the songs that I thought when I was listening to it, like it's not actually that bad. It could be worse. It could be Toby fucking Keith, or rest in peace. But you sucked, dude.
Right.
But
Rest in peace, but you sucked.
hey,
Oh,
I'm
it's great.
telling the truth. You don't want me to lie to you
Yeah.
and
No,
say that it
no,
was
no, we
good.
didn't have that. No.
And then this one's for
Yeah,
you was
politeness is not our virtue, by the way. We're not known for being particularly
no,
polite
yeah,
with
we're
this.
we're not going to be PC. We're not going to be polite like ever. And it's most of the time I'd be kind of losing my mind with some of these that we come up with, but this time around it was not that bad outside of Limp Bizkit. That was
Oh,
horrible, but like this Luke Combs and the country wordplay, like my trailer hood and shit like that. And he had the song about the beer can. The beer
yeah,
can
yeah,
make you feel better, or it could be the beer
yeah,
can itself.
yeah. The country is full. I got to give it to country singers and lyricists because I don't know that. Well, anyway, I don't know that that the singers are always the lyricists, but I have to give it to country lyricists. The Sometimes it's so corny, but
Yeah.
man, they have a lot of like puns, like the little lot of. Excuse me, I'm burping up IPA right now. Sorry, everyone in podcast land. Uh, but a lot of their double entendres, I guess it's called the beer can. Oh, the beer can make you blah blah blah. I suppose it's just a beer can. I better drink the rest of my beer. Speaking of that, hold on.
But I was listening to that and I was like, yeah, if I was in a bar like I used to play at all the time with these, local, hole in the wall places, I was like,
Yeah,
if that song came on, everybody would be happy. They would just be like,
yeah, that's a
yeah,
great point.
yeah, that's, and I was like, so this dude knows what he's doing. Like
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
either that or he has professionals behind him. But I'm pretty sure that a lot of these younger guys they are pretty clever, and it was a good album. I'm really shocked because I've hated everything since Garth Brooks, including Garth Brooks.
yeah,
Fuck that
yeah.
guy and fuck everything that came after him. Johnny Cash was right. He's gonna ruin country music, and ever since then it's just been a bunch of Tarzan wannabe punks, and and then the women they sing a bunch of depressing shit, and it's just like, you know what?
Yeah.
I can't do the country, but yeah, that that's always a good dare if you want to do
So
it.
you so you made it through the whole album though. You didn't gong it on anything.
Yeah, it was a win just because I just objectively listened to it. It was
Yeah,
kind
yeah.
of scientific. I was listening to all the different instruments and everything, and it's really well crafted. I mean, it's pop country; they don't fuck around. Um,
Yeah, yeah.
so, that was a pass. That one was a
Yep.
pass. So
Leave
I
the
don't
win.
know,
Oh, there's
like,
the dog. Speaking of country, my dog just ran by to do
oh,
something country. She's gonna go piss on my
yeah.
beer can, and he's gonna go piss on my broken down truck or something outside. I don't know what he's doing. Anyway,
She's
but
gonna
yeah.
tip
So
your cold beer over and drink it all.
and then die because that's what happens in country songs. Don't die. Ace. Anyway, yeah. So the first time I heard Luke Combs is I think I told you I brought this up in the last podcast. Is I spent a good 6 to 9 months listening to country music on the radio to and from work, trying to give it a chance. My sister likes country. Two of my sisters like country. Their husbands like country, and I know some people up here that like country, and even in coastal California, a lot of country fans here. And I've never
Yeah,
done country like you said, Johnny Cash. Yeah, I dig it. And previous, uh, fine, but Garth Brooks, same thing. Like when he hit it big, I thought this is corny as shit, man. And
yeah.
then
Oh my
fucking
God.
achy breaky heart. Oh my
Ugh, holy
god!
shit. Yes.
So I just couldn't do any of it, and so I
No.
just hated it. But then I heard Luke Combs. I brought it up too. I heard Chris Stapleton, the Steel Drivers, and thought, oh my god, that's different. But when I heard Luke Combs' voice on the song "One Number Away," I thought that is the closest voice I've heard to Chris Stapleton in country ever. And I don't have a lot of background in country, but his voice to me is undeniably great. That's where I first caught him with that song. I learned how to play that song. That's how much I liked it. And then I heard the fucking uh, "When It Rains It Pours," and I thought, oh, it's like he's the singing's fine, but no, the lyrics are kind of corny. But everyone loves it. Like, and I get it. It's kind of clever and
I
beer can. But anyway, I thought when I first heard his voice, I thought, man, what if he's? I don't have to like country, but I have to respect that he has such a great, and I mean great, singing voice.
Yeah, and the musical accompaniment with these new country groups, I've noticed has a lot of. I'm gonna just point out one band that they are getting their guitar sounds and stuff from is Coldplay,
Mm,
and they're using a lot more like digital drums, beats, and stuff like
yeah.
that. So it's becoming more pop, but that's a good thing because the twangy they tried to do the twangy like like Conway Twitty on acid, kind of shit, and it was just going nowhere. And coupled with the stupidest lyrics you've ever heard in your life, and you've got like
Yeah.
early 2000s country. Wow, my God, it's just yeah, so see, I can get into a rage still talking about this
Yeah.
shit, but this guy was a pass. I actually like that, and I do like that song "When It Rains It Pours" because of the little cadence that he does and
Mhm.
draws out that da da da, like and that is actually sounds cool. Like it's good job, dude, wherever you
Yeah.
are, Luke
Yeah.
Combs.
Luke, what's your face?
Yeah,
Yeah, he's really good, man. I dug it. So, well, I'm glad. So I listened to it just to make sure we both do. I listened to it also. And to be fair, I had never listened to the whole album. I've listened to a number of his songs,
yeah.
but I'd never. And I got through the whole album no problem because his voice is just fantastic. His a great voice, and like I said, it was well produced. It wasn't overly country and hicky
No,
and
yeah,
annoying.
it wasn't
It was
wasn't
it was solid.
wasn't country. I guess I'm just being prejudiced towards the way country went in the late 90s and early 2000s, where I just absolutely despised everything that came out of it. But
Yeah.
the newer stuff, I will admit that when they do turn on WLLR, the, the country station, is like a lot of what I've heard lately is just like I said. I can get little bits of like Coldplay and other
Huh.
pop kind of atmospheric stuff going on, and it's pretty
That's
cool
interesting.
because
I'll have to listen for that.
most of all of country singers got to be able to sing because
Yeah. Yeah.
that's their bread and butter. It's they can't hide behind like keyboards and shit like that. It's all about
Right.
them. And yeah, this guy brought it home. You know,
You know.
he did.
Well, speaking
So
of early or of late '90s, early 2000s, and then speaking of hiding behind other things because you're a bad vocalist, I don't know which one to go with next.
oh, just let's
uh,
just go for the fucking throat, dude.
oh, but which one? I got two throats to go after. Actually, no. You know the good news is I made it. I made it through. I don't want to spoil it right now. I'm not going to spoil it, but
Do
let's go
do the
first to
Femmes. Do the Femmes,
Yeah,
because
yeah.
that was
I,
my
yeah,
challenge to you.
that's right. I dared you with Luke Combs. You got through. You dared me to listen to the Violent Femmes. What's the name of the fucking album you
Hallowed
made me listen
Ground.
to? Yeah, Hallowed Ground. Those fucking losers. Holy Jesus Christ. So I took notes. It was so bad I took fucking notes. So the Violent Femmes. The first song was like Country Death or something like that. And now I will. So the first track, it sounded really contrived, like they tried to rip off a standard issue country riff, but they dropped it a note flat to make it sound different, which is their whole thing. We want to be different. Well, you're different for the sake of being different because you suck. Um,
Yes.
but so I put it. I wrote a note. This song would be okay if I pretend it's actually an Americana band with a crappy singer. And then I was like, oh, and then I had a dude. God damn it. So here's the thing, like with our full album challenges, a lot of times you get through an album because of not because music is good in any way or because it's really funny. In this case, it wasn't good, nor was it funny. But there was a fucking xylophone in the song, and I thought, what is like? And it's like I said, different for the sake of being different. It wasn't good. It didn't fit. It wasn't clever. It's like a 15-year-old trying to crack a joke. And like, yeah, dude, I'm in my 50s. I've heard that joke a million times, told a million. Shut up! Don't. You're not funny. You'll be funny
Yeah.
when you're my age, but
That's a good
you're not now.
analogy because kids tell the jokes that even if you haven't heard it and they get to the punchline, you're just like, that wasn't fucking funny.
Yeah.
That was
And you know what? It
stupid.
wasn't funny when I was 15 either, because I'm Gen X. So fuck you.
Yeah,
Get out of my sight, kid. You
it's
bother me.
gay and retarded.
Yeah,
Get out of my sight.
it's gay and or retarded.
Yep.
And then the other thing too is it had, and I'm going to get to this. There's more about this in a moment too. Random words in the lyrics just because they rhyme,
Yeah.
just because they had no meaning. It's just because glass rhymes with ass or whatever. Like it just, you guys are stupid. Okay, that's just not clever. And then the second track, I took one little note. I hear the rain. All caps, stupid. That's all I fucking wrote down. There was no reason to elaborate. There's no proof needed other than listen to your fucking selves. Stupid. Let's see. What was the other one? Never Tell. What was the song? Awful and this one had awful guitar and a. They broke it down for the guitar to do a little riff, little solo, and it sucked. Then they broke it down. Okay, bass, your turn. Yay! And he was fucking terrible too. So, and then there was some lyric. I will cut you up. And the anyway, it was just stupid. There was some gratuitous guitar effect that was
Okay.
like if you know. So, I mean no disrespect. I've seen Tom Morello live. Fantastic. I love Rage Against the Machine. Fantastic. Do I think he gets a little carried away with the effects instead of just playing his fucking guitar? Yeah.
Yeah.
You back away from your pedal is bigger than the stage. They have a second stage for your pedal board.
Hmm.
So I need you to back away from that anyway. But no, he's a crazy gifted guitarist, very very talented guy, very creative. The Violent Femmes, on the other hand, pulled off some guitar effect in this song, and it's like Tom Morello would beat you to fucking death if he heard you do that. He'd say that wrong, all wrong. It's so simple.
It's so simple.
So I wrote down Tom Morello would be pissed, and then they isolated the vocals on this song, and it was just awful, just so bad,
Let
so
me tell you. Let
contrived.
me tell you. I tricked you, into
Now you
listening
tell
to
me.
something that you would never ever listen to. Because everybody knows "Blister in the Sun," but a
No,
couple of songs come up. When I'm riding around with my woman, and I just kept looking at the the screen, just like, what the fuck is this? Like, holy shit. I can't believe that somebody got a record deal with this
Oh yeah,
style. It's not
and I'm
particular songs. It's just them. They just
yeah, and I got more on that in a second. Remind me in like 2 minutes about their style. Okay,
okay.
so so the other notes I had. Oh, you know what drives me nuts too? This is, and this doesn't happen on all songs. So a lot of times, so let me back up. My dad had a fantastic singing voice, which I did not get, but he was in barbershop choirs. He knew how to
Oh yeah.
harmonize. He knew how to harmonize like nobody's business. The harmonies in barbershop choirs and quartets are amazing. It is
Oh yeah.
magical.
Yeah.
And so, but listening to him when I was a kid, I learned how to harmonize. That doesn't mean I have a
Hmm.
good voice, but I know how to harmonize. I'm like Michael Anthony from Van Halen, shitty voice, but I can harmonize.
Right.
It'll just be in the background. Anyway, but when I hear bands now, and harmonization is kind of a lost art. Most of them don't do it, and when they try to do it, all they can do is harmonize the next octave up or down. So it's the same note, just an octave higher or an octave lower, and it sounds so amateurish and so clumsy, like you're trying to do something you don't know how to do. And they did that in a few of their songs, and I thought, you guys suck. Listen to any band in the 70s. Listen to the Eagles, which I don't particularly like. Listen to Journey. Listen to Styx. Listen to Van Halen, even. But god damn it, a harmony is not an octave above or below. It's a different note that matches with the note you're singing. And
It's generally the fifth.
yeah, in general, yeah. And
I mean, yeah.
it's anyway. That's just a pet peeve of mine. But it's also it signifies to me that a band is not very musically talented if they can't. Doesn't mean you have to do it on every song and every note and every lyric. But if you can't harmonize, it tells me like you're not a very well trained musician, and I'm not either. But I can fucking harmonize at least. Ugh. I had to get it
Yeah.
off my chest. I'm sorry,
The-
podcast land.
These
Fuckers.
these guys, but yeah, you wanted to talk about their style, because that's what
Huh.
it boils down to, is that
Yeah.
they've consistently produced this shit for a long time.
Yeah. So one thing before I get onto their style is the so I'm going to spoil it now. I got through the whole album and I am shocked because I didn't
Wow.
like a single song on it. But and it's like them just being lucky. Like they got lucky to get a fucking record deal. They got lucky with me because as soon as I started thinking, man, how much longer is this song? I'd look at it and be like 48 seconds left or a minute 10. Like, oh, I can get through that. Okay, it just if it doesn't get any worse, I can get through it. And I got through it. And that happened on literally every song on the album. And there was one that was like 7 minutes long. And I got to, oh my God, this song, how long is this song? And it was like 5.5 minutes in. I'm like, it's only a minute and a half. I put in, I'll fucking finish it. I'm not
So
going to gong it now.
this is what the full album challenge is about. It's like literally, if oh my God, it'll make
Yeah.
you sweat.
It's
like
the
it's so
challenge
fucking
involved.
bad. Jesus,
Yeah.
can
It's
I
like
do
ran
it?
cross country. I ran cross country in high school, and it's a 3.5 mile sprint, and it's a challenge. And you look down at the mile marker after 2 miles. I've already gone 2 miles. Fuck it. I'm just going to go the rest of the way. I'm not going to stop now. You know,
Three and
like
a half mile sprint.
that's basically what it was, and it sucked. And I did
Yeah.
it 1 year, got my letter, and got out.
Yeah.
But onto their style. I have really good news for all you musicians out there, all you, especially you amateur ones that are learning now. You know what, man? Just put out an album right now. Just put an album out right now. If these guys can get a recording deal and do album after album after album and not get any better, there's hope for all. Like the stuff that we've recorded in the past, we should re-release that stuff because it's pretty much gold compared to this stuff. Their stuff
Absolutely.
is awful. Like it's
Yeah.
so bad.
I
They're
mean,
literally they're man. All you Violent Femmes fans out there, I'm sorry, man, but I feel like I'm dissing you guys too. And I want people to remember it's not that I dislike you as fans. You like what you want. That's why we're doing
well,
the full album challenge.
all
Like what
right.
you want.
Hold on.
But no, go ahead. Go ahead.
Let me say something about their fans. Is that like they're not bad people? They're usually pretty cool. They're like Ween fans. It's like, do, I just question, do you know, like, what the fuck? Is this just a cool thing? Like, is it a look? Or like, oh, hey, yeah, it's on this mixtape, I got the Femmes on there. And, like, but generally, they're people that like a lot of like skateboarding culture and stuff like that. I've
Yeah, yeah.
come across them, and I've heard Blister in the Sun about 800 times in my life.
Oh, every
But
sporting event you go to, do do
yeah,
do 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 do. Oh my god.
yeah,
I
and that's
know.
probably their best song. Which just listen to go audience. If this is your homework, just listen to that song and tell me it's a good song, because
Right, right.
it is somewhat catchy, but the just the musicianship is shit.
Dog water, I think, is what we
Yeah,
called
it's
it.
big bowl of dog water. It's been out for 3 days.
Yeah, covered in dog hair
Yeah,
and mold.
slobber.
Yeah, there's a tick floating around in there too. Drink it.
Tick. But yeah, that I had to serve you up with a dare there, but I knew
It
that
was
it would be content gold, because yes, this is, and your message is absolutely dead on. If you're doing something, release it now.
yeah,
Because our music that we did suffered from poor equipment and
yeah.
production, but if you listen to the lyrics, you're gonna get it's a riot.
Yeah, that's
It's
fun stuff,
actually
man.
good, and yeah, if you can play open chords and stuff like that,
Yeah. Yeah,
that's all
sure.
I know
Yeah,
how to
have
do.
at it. Like, if you're an aspiring musician right now and you suck, I remember I didn't start playing guitar till I was 16, and my friend Eric and I started recording stuff when we were like 18. He bought a Fostex cassette 4-track,
Yep.
and we wrote a couple. We wrote the whole theme album, recorded like 2 songs, and then kind of ran out of steam because we were going to get a record deal. But they were better than what I just listened to on this album. But I did want to bring up. Okay, so that was the good news I had for everyone out there. If you're a musician and you suck, don't worry. You still got a shot. You
Oh,
still got a shot.
absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah. Especially with the internet these days. If there is a fan base, here's what you do: you go spam the shit out of Violent Femmes fans. If you suck like them, spam those guys. Go where they're listening to music and spam them with your shit music, and you'll. Who knows, man? Like you got to. But the other thing I was going to say is this brought forth a new game that I think the audience here can play too. Is when you come across an album with such now the music is bad, but the lyrics are equally bad. Okay, it's not poetic, it's not insightful, it's not Roger Waters. It fucking ain't. Okay,
Yeah.
Lennon McCartney at fucking eight. It's so bad. Like I said, it's just random words put on at the end of each line because they rhyme together. So here's a game I want the audience to play. Listen to this Violent Femmes album and listen to one line, and then before the next line hits the end, I want you to pause and guess what the word is they're going to use to rhyme. Just guess. And I guarantee you're going to be about a 90% success rate. And I say that because I swear to God, I actually did this in a couple of their songs. I paused it and went, oh, the next song is going to be like, ice or whatever. And
Yeah.
sure, because it's the only one that would, it's the first word you think of that'll rhyme. It's like a Mad Lib of songs. It's so fucking awful. So I want the audience to play that. And I guarantee your score is going to be 90%. success.
Yeah, I got bad music in my blood. The first thing I see on the ground is mud.
Yeah, yeah, pretty much. Yeah, and I went on a trip with Paul Rudd, and then Saddam Hussein launched a Scud, and fucking ridiculous.
Hey,
Oh, you know what? No, go ahead. Go ahead.
that if we can just pull that out of our ass, and this is the quality that we're talking about. This is literally this is not hyperbole. This is
Yeah, yeah.
this is actually like this could be a thing with them people. Oh God.
Well, you know, and back to the whole the challenge and why we do it. It can't just be an album that you know from a band that sucks that has like one follower on Spotify and it's your buddy's garage band and they don't have any. The Violent Femmes have sold millions of albums.
Yeah,
They're famous. They tour. They're famous
I know.
and they're fucking terrible.
Oh, could you imagine going to one of their shows?
Oh my god, no! I would have to be single to go to that show and strictly looking for a girl. That's the only reason I'd ever go. Only reason I would go.
Yeah, but I'd rather go to Luke Combs if I was single
Absolutely.
because holy shit, you'd be drowning in women.
Yeah. Oh
Whereas
my God. Yeah.
Violent Femmes, you'd probably get some girl with a fucking septum piercing or something, and I mean, sorry, I have a thing against that, so I'm not even gonna say I'm sorry. Sorry,
Yeah.
not sorry.
Yeah. Sorry, not sorry. Too late anyway. So the last thing I'm going to say about the Violent Femmes album, there's a song. First of all, the good thing, the last song of the album called "It's Gonna Rain" was too long, but the harmonica solo in that song, that is the best bit of music on the entire album. It wasn't great. The harmonica solo is by far the best bit of music on that album, and it wasn't great. It was all right, but that was it. So that's the good news. Oh, kitty, tail kitty, striped
Yeah,
kitty,
she's just.
striped tail kitty. So happy.
I was hoping she'd take a nap, but it's
Oh,
like
fuck it.
having a toddler. But she's all right. She's my baby.
You,
She's a little piece of shit. Yep.
you take the van, I'll take the cat.
Yeah.
The other thing I was going to say is the song. I want to know where the protests are for the song Black
Black
Girls.
girls. Yeah.
He likes black girls, didn't like the white. There's even he even mentioned faggot in the song too. There are
Yep.
no protests about this song. Where are the where's all the woke people? Like, where are your protests about the Violent Femmes? Because I predict a lot of the Violent Femmes people are pretty woke, but I could be wrong.
Well, they finally got rid of that word in the Dire Straits. For
Yeah, I
forever,
know.
they were
Yep.
on I Want My MTV or whatever it's called.
Yeah,
That's
he's got his own jet airplane. That faggot.
yeah,
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 that little faggot got his own jet airplane. Yeah, I know. You can't say that anymore. But
yep.
whatever. So I was offended that people weren't offended because I wasn't offended, but I was offended that people weren't offended on my behalf.
I think if you're in the right circles, it's okay because it's art. That's another thing
Yeah,
is that, like the Violent Femmes are like modern art. It's like it doesn't inspire me at all. It's not like like Roger Waters, like you said before. He's like Picasso, and
yeah,
these guys are like Andy Warhol on heroin.
yeah. Or
So
Andy Warhol's, second cousin who has the name Warhol, so therefore he thinks he's an artist and shits on the
yeah,
rug and calls it art or something.
but so they suck. But we got a pass out of it. Not for me. I failed because I
Yeah,
really despise them. I mean, and it's just music is subjective. I mean, so
yeah.
it's kind of like however you hear it. I'm sure that, and
Again, that's
like
why
I
we do
said,
what we do.
yeah, exactly. So, but this will segue into the the next one where we got Boston, Third Stage.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. That was my. I think wasn't that my dare to you?
No, Luke Combs was the dare,
Oh, that's
but
right. Luke Combs
we were
dare.
just
Yeah,
we were just
Boston
gonna
Thursday.
do
We
this
both did
one
that
by
one. Yeah,
default.
yeah, yeah.
Uh,
What'd you think of it?
well, I'll say one thing about Boston is that you mentioned that their songs sounded similar between albums.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah,
there's a I okay, I recognize the song Amanda, but I have never heard any of the rest of them. But I've heard that guitar tone. That is
yeah, yeah,
Boston's. That is Boston's. Every hit that they had used that exact same tone, and they used it
yeah.
all throughout this album. So,
Yep.
but Boston was one of those people that I kind of lumped in with Yes and REO Speedwagon, and there's a shit ton of these types of bands like
Yeah.
Foreigner.
Arena
Um,
rock. Yeah, 70s arena rock.
yeah, big bombastic, but the thing that I found really interesting, and I give it a pass. I made it all the way through because it's not a very long album, um,
Right, right.
but the the music is really bass driven with with the bass and the drums are really on point with each other, and the bass really does make the melodies because the guitarist is playing that tone and in a real atmospheric way all the time. So um, it
Yeah.
was I actually was pretty impressed by the bass in the album, and it sounded to me like it was a concept album. I may be wrong, but they had the launch part, for the ship,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
it kind of looked like the cover and everything. I don't know,
Right.
it kind of got into my head that way, but not terrible. But this is just this 80s classic rock stuff.
Yeah.
That's that's just it. It's like it on the classic station. I'm sure that they play every single one of Boston's actual hits. Even Amanda. So I was kind of like, oh shit, yeah, this is a first song on the album. Like
Yeah.
um, they're not bad though. They're just like blah. This
Classic.
album was.
Yeah. Classic rock is right. Yeah. Classic arena rock. Yeah. So the guitarist Tom Scholz, he actually is like I think he went to MIT or some shit like that. But he created his own guitar effects, and I forget
That
what it's
makes
like the
sense.
rock. Yeah, called like the Rockman or something like that. I forget. I read about it a long time ago. Again, we're not here for music history, but Tom Scholz is like he's a literal genius. And so that guitar effect that he created on his own is the signature sound for Boston, their first album, and then it was such a huge hit that he had to do for the second album and the third album, and now Tom Scholz is associated with that sound, and other bands have used it too. Journey's used it. I forget a few other bands have used it um, extensively on their stuff
Yeah,
because he makes effects now. Um, but yeah, the I think it is kind of a concept album and kind of the concept kind of poorly executed
yeah,
because I don't really get the whole
yeah,
concept. But it's not like I've listened to it 100 times either. So my whole thing was like I said in the last podcast, Boston's first album to me is one of the greatest debut albums I've ever heard. Like I can still listen to that album front to back, top to bottom, anytime. It's really good. It sold like I think like 15 or 17 million copies back in 1976 as a debut album, and that's a long time ago. And it was fucking good, man. And then the second album came out, and the same, not just the same tone that you heard in the third stage, but the same, and I mean this literally, the same riff. Down, now, 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 now. The same riff on the second album is it copies directly the riff on the first album. So that turned a lot of people off. Like, dude, you're a better guitarist now. Why are you playing? So the second album was kind of. dicey. And then the third album, I thought, oh man, the same thing. Because like you said, it's Tom Scholz, his same guitar effects, same tone, same everything.
Yep.
Brad Delp, the
Yeah.
vocalist, his same power vocals and the harmony that Brad Delp does all by himself with multiple tracks. Holy shit! Like back to the Violent Femmes. Fuck you guys. Listen to Brad Delp on Boston. Listen to that. That's how you fucking harmonize. Holy crap,
Right.
man. And if you
Yeah.
listen to the first album, the vocal range is crazy. It's crazy that the guy had that many notes in his arsenal. But anyway, I went back and listened to Third Stage, and I got through it, and I thought, nowhere near as good as the first album. But then I thought, when I got to the end, I go, well, wait, how shitty was their second album? To where I thought this one would be so bad, because it wasn't bad as I thought it was going to be. And so I went back, surprise audience, I went back and I listened to the second album again. I think the third album is actually better than the second album. Second album is, I won't call it dog water, but it's compared to 1 and 3. I actually think now that the third album is better than the second one. But yeah, Brad Delp too. I want to take a second to just, man, I guess show respect for the guy, because his voice is so good and he's so underrated. Like, he's not known as one of the greatest vocalists of all time, and he really, in my opinion, he should be. Like, there's Freddie Mercury, Robert Plant. There's a bunch of names. Go down the list, but Brad Delp isn't really mentioned in that list because Boston only had the 3 real albums. They had other ones after that, but too. The 3 albums are the 3 real albums they put out. But man, he had, like, toward the end of his life, he was like penniless. He was touring with another band. He was part of a Beatles cover band, and he did some other. He and Tom Scholz didn't get along after a while, and Brad Delp freaking committed suicide in his house from. He choked himself out. He lit. What was it? He lit up two barbecues in his bathtub and shut the door and suffocated himself. It's like, God dang, carbon monoxide poisoning. That's how he killed himself. Dude, first of all, he killed himself. Dude, you're such a good singer. Don't kill yourself. Second of all, don't kill yourself anyway.
Right.
Like, it's no point. But God dang it. He lit 2 barbecues and then it just made me cringe thinking. But I wanted to show respect to Brad Delp, because the dude is obviously one of my favorite vocalists of all time. Do I think the Boston second album and third album were great? No. The first one, though, like I said, one of the best albums I've ever heard in my life. R.I.P. Brad Delp, man. R.I.P. Brad Delp. And Tom Scholz, keep doing your thing, man. But got through it.
Yeah. Well, time for the piece de resistance.
La pièce de résistance.
Yeah. Let me twirl my little mustache like a bad guy. Frog pussy. Limp Bizkit, chocolate starfish in the hot dog flavored water. Dog water.
First of all, slightly contrived title for the album, but go ahead.
I don't know what that's in reference to, but it's something between them and 9 Inch Nails.
Yeah.
That was a beef that was very public.
Yeah.
And he makes some comment about, like a 9 Inch Nail gonna get knocked the fuck out, and okay, so this one was the most difficult for me, because I hated Limp Bizkit back in the day so bad, because I was more like, into Slipknot and Mudvayne. Limp Bizkit just was so corny and just so fucking stupid, and his voice is irritating on purpose. I think that you get a voice like the dude from Boston, and you capitalize on that. Well, he took this like we were talking about before, fluting of the voice, but his is kind of always up there, and it just started a nightmare journey from track number one. No, well, track number two was the first actual song,
Oh yeah, yeah.
and um, holy shit! But there is a redemption arc to this. Like this album was bad. It was really, really bad. Like there was only one song that I actually like, and I don't remember what track it is, but it's one of the ones that are on the radio all the time. Um, Now I know why you want to hate me, because hate is all with think and see lately
Oh
or
yeah. Is that
whatever.
the one they did the Mission Impossible riff to?
I That's probably it. Yeah,
Yeah, I
because
think
that
so.
song is not really annoying, but the rest of them are holy shit, they're bad. And oh, dude, it's the dumbest stuff. And like I was saying too, that Wes Borland is such a better guitarist than what he's allowed to do in Limp Bizkit, especially around this time was when the music execs were just up their ass. Like, oh, you're the greatest in the world, baby. We're going to be rich. Just keep doing that stupid shit with your fucking red baseball cap and all that. That's great. I just see money, dollar signs.
That's
And
funny.
fucking, West Borland has played for like Marilyn Manson and other bands. He's filled in, you know, and he
Keep
can
doing this
play
stupid shit
everything.
with your red baseball hat. That's so great. You and your red hat. No, it's beautiful, baby. Keep going, baby. Make the money, huh? Cha-ching, huh?
Yeah,
I love the
I
hat, baby. What? Take two. Go ahead.
look, I got you a whole box full of them fucking New York Yankees fucking hats or whatever the hell they are. LA, who
Yeah,
gives a
they're
shit?
all red, baby. They're all red just for you, baby. Now keep doing your thing. Limp
But you got
dog.
to wear them every time you're out in public. You got to wear the fucking hat, all right? Because this is the
It's
thing.
it's the image, baby. It's all about image, baby.
Yeah, and it is
Uh,
all about image, And then there's another superstar in in the band, DJ Lethal, from House of Pain fame, and
right, right.
obviously that guy knows how to make beats and play at turntables and be DJ or whatever.
Yep.
But this the song structures are just so shit. And then there's one song where Fred Durst just tries to sing from his heart.
Ugh.
Whew, they needed auto tune. Obviously, it wasn't invented by this time, because it was absolutely off key and horrible. And normally, I just want to like take my notebook and just eat it, you know, rather than listen to this. Just go rabid like a dog because it's so dumb and so grating, and it takes so fucking long to listen to all the songs. And this album was no exception. It was a piece of shit. If we had listened to something else like $3 Bill Y'all or whatever, it
Oh,
might have been different. But this one I just remember from back in the day when it first came out, and me and my friend listened to it, and we were just like horrified by it. It was just like, Jesus God, this is absolute shit. And uh, but as much as and like I said, there was one point, if I met Fred Durst in public, I'd have like spit on the ground, been like, "Fuck you," like you suck. Hey Durst, you suck.
all I can
But
get.
uh, he he redeemed himself in my eyes, and I hope this doesn't come off as shallow, but it's a subjective thing. I don't like his voice, and I don't like who he was, with like, and who was it on this album? DMX and
Exhibit was on there. Yeah, I
Exhibit.
think DMX is on there too.
Yeah,
I know it was
and
Exhibit. I looked that up. Yeah.
it's like, ooh, wow, you're hanging with the hardcore thugs. That's really, you're not a
Right.
hard ass Fred Durst. I don't give a shit. But then all of a sudden, I'm watching this TV show called Mostly for Millennials.
Wow,
It's along the lines of
that's a pretty descriptive title for a TV show.
yeah, well, it's along the lines of I think it was produced by Eric Andre.
Mm,
And if you've ever seen his show, it's absolute insanity at
really,
all
I haven't seen it.
times. Oh my God. Please watch Eric Andre. Give him give
I'll
him
do it.
a good watch because it's Adult Swim, madness. That's not a
Yeah,
cartoon. So it's just complete and utter insanity all the time. It's like it's crazy. And so this show was on it, and I noticed, and he was like, and for DJ Durst, and I was like, what? And I looked over, it's Fred Durst, and he's
oh
playing
shit.
turntables and stuff like that. But this show is like insane. Like it'll cut back to him, and he'll be like surrounded by like fresh fruit or something where it was never there before. It's just this insanity that just comes at you like it's crazy. It's like a really good acid trip. But they keep panning over to him, and he's doing it's like dumb shit, but it's really funny. It's like he's happy to be there and make fun of himself. And
Yeah, that's huge.
I started to notice that he does this now. And like there was one part where they panned over to him, and he's like, I think he was wearing a beret, and he had a canvas in front of him, and the paint set and everything. And there was nothing on it. It's just he wrote, "I want to kill myself." And
Oh, that shouldn't be funny, but dang, that was pretty funny.
yeah, he it just pans over to him, and he's painting that all dressed up like Frenchie, and it's just like it's constantly like that. But they've been touring, and if you look up some images of him on their latest tour, sometimes he comes out dressed as like Travis Tritt with
Oh
a
wow.
giant fucking belt buckle, a big ass cowboy hat, button up shirt, tight pants, you know, and then sometimes he's dressed like a clown, and sometimes he's dressed like he's got this giant blonde mullet that's ridiculously mullet-ish, and Oakley sunglasses and shit. And
Oh
it's like I like that because he he's making fun of himself, and I think that he gets the joke that everybody was
yeah,
like, yeah, fucking Fred Durst,
yeah.
holy shit.
Like he's come to the realization of like, man, I was a real douche back then. Why don't I just lighten up and why don't I try smiling once in a while?
Yeah,
You
yeah,
know?
and being goofy, and
Yeah,
that would have worked much better instead of him with the lyrics on this fucking album was all about him beating somebody's ass all the time or whining about some girl that,
right, right.
and obviously it's the Beth syndrome. I'm going to make that up right now. If a rock musician like him is whining about relationships, it's because you're a big ass rocker. You don't need a girlfriend because you're just going to string her along. She can't come with you
Yeah,
out on tour. You never know what the fuck's going to go on, and
yeah,
just don't do that. Don't even write those stupid ass songs. And uh,
yeah. You saw what happened to Spinal Tap when Christopher Guest brought his wife along. You saw what happened to Spinal
yeah,
Tap. It fell apart, baby.
yeah, yeah. Or the
It
movie
all went to shit after
Rockstar.
he brought the girl around. Yeah, yeah. You gotta keep it free, man. Yeah. Tell Beth, hey, I got a gig, baby. I can't be home, and then go get some head in the freaking back of the bus. Sorry, Beth.
But
That's how
yeah,
it is.
when they came out with this album, this was like this was worse than who look what the cat dragged in by Poison. It was
Oh,
yeah, yeah. I'm
oh
going
man.
there.
I hope that's not fucking foreshadowing. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Oh man. You know, I got
So
some of the same things out of that album too. That first, man, Do I hate Fred Durst's rapping voice? I hate it so much. I hate it. And I was bringing this up to you. So
Yep.
for those of you who are gamers, not even gamers, like I'm not a gamer, but I've played all the Grand Theft Auto games start to finish multiple times. I love Grand Theft Auto. Grand Theft Auto San Andreas, there's a character in it named OG Loke. He's a scrawny little rapper that just got out of prison. And you can tell he kind of got raped in prison here and there. But he's still an aspiring rapper, and he tries to act all hardcore, but he just has in his voice sounds just like Fred Durst, from what I remember. I have to go back and play the game, but it's like, oh, I'm going to talk like this, and I'm going to be overly dramatic. He sounds just like OG Loke, dude. And when I remember hearing this, the radio hits they had, and thinking, what is wrong with? Oh man, tell him to stop. Tell him to stop singing. Just fucking rap or sing or hire a different guy to be the vocalist. But I get like you have to
That
sound different to sound different. You got to sound different to sound different. I guess is the way to say it.
I guess
But
on that real quick, he was an energetic front man. I
yeah, yeah,
mean,
yeah.
the,
He was
I think he got out
is
and did the crowd surfing on a piece of plywood, if I remember correctly, at like Woodstock or something like that. And he was a live wire on stage from what I've seen in concert footage. But
uh,
yeah, it's the tenure of his vocals is absolutely
yeah.
grating. And it's
It
this
really
album
is.
was it's a constant barrage of it. I mean, the first
Yeah.
song starts out, and I was like, "Oh boy, I don't know about this."
Yeah, checking 10
I
seconds
re-
in, checking the clock. Fuck. How long's this track? I don't know.
yeah, like if this whole album is gonna be like this, but it changed on what would be the B side, um,
Yeah, yeah.
to like the mystical DMX stuff was on there,
Yeah.
and there was like kind of a whiny breakup song and
Hmm.
some other shit like that. But it's the first half of the album was I was
It's
sweating for a little bit
yeah. It was brutal.
because it was
And
pissing me off.
that takes us to the point. Did you get through it? Was it success or failure?
Technically, it was a success because I listened to all the musical tracks. The last track was called Outro, and I got about 5 seconds into it, and I was like, "Yeah, this is just like some backstage shit or something, like
Oh, see,
or
that's
something stupid like a fucking, like bands will do this where that they record some fucked up shit they got on their answering machine
yeah,
or
yeah. A
whatever. The
conversation.
last track is just whatever. So I didn't listen to that. I got like 5 seconds in. It sounded exactly like the intro, which was all like robot voice and DJ stuff going on.
Yeah.
Fucking whatever. And it,
You know what?
but yeah,
It's it's funny you say that because I was going to. So I listened to the whole album the same way, and then I got to the last track where it's conversation, and they're talking about the DJ, and they're talking about this and talking about that, and their childhood and laughing and all that. And halfway through it, it was the Fred Durst. I'm guessing it was Fred Durst. Somebody laughs, and they sampled that laugh, and it was like a 7 second long laugh or something like that. And they sampled that laugh, and they replayed it like 10 times. And I recognized it. I'm like, oh my god, come on! And I finally had to give that the gong, or I actually cheated and I fast forwarded like is because I saw this only halfway through the last track. I go, they couldn't have done this for another like 5 minutes. And so I fast forwarded like 2 minutes into, and they were talking about something else. So as the rules of the challenge go, on a technicality, I did not get through the full album. I cheated. I fast
neither did
forwarded.
I. Yeah.
Right. But I don't know. We're gonna have to go to a third party judging system or something like that, or replay or something. Because technically, I did not get through the whole album because the last track, but that wasn't music. So, but we'll figure that out. That'll be on the website later for you guys, which is
Yeah.
fullalbumchallenge.com, by the way.
Heed this, dear viewer. If you're gonna judge us, you gotta listen to it too.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh my god, man. So I took some notes on this album too because I was doing it while I was trying to get work done, and I'm not going to go through all my notes, but in essence, Fred Durst back then at least has got to be the most secure, insecure person that I've ever seen front a band. He is so insecure with that. I gotta have a different voice. I can't just speak in a regular voice. I gotta have a voice like that. I gotta stand out. No, you don't, man. You don't. If you're a good enough songwriter, fucking Bob Dylan, everyone. If you're a good enough songwriter, you don't need to fucking change your voice. Okay, you don't. But man, he's so insecure. At least was back then. Sounds like now he's got his shit together and like he's comfortable in his own skin, which I hope he is because I was afraid that after this episode, we'd have beef with him too. And we'd have to release a fucking album about how we're
Yeah.
gonna punch him out or kick his ass or throw him off a pier or whatever. But I got no interest in that, man. I got no interest in that. But it sounds like he's more secure in his own skin now, which is great. But man, the song, like every song, at least like the first half of the album, he's defensive about everything, dude. Man, like we said before, bring us the hate mail. Put it in the comments. I don't care. It's fine with me. You don't have to like us. I'm comfortable. Chili Burns is comfortable with Chili Burns in the third person. It's fine. Hate me all you
Yeah.
want. God, he's just so defensive about everything. Don't worry about what Trent Reznor thinks. Don't fucking worry about it. Do your thing,
Yeah.
man. Yeah, I got news for you, Fred. You're hugely successful with your music. And I do have to say, Wes Borland, what got me through this album was Wes Borland's guitar work. That's it, really. Because the lyrics are so dumb. I shouldn't say that. I wouldn't say they're dumb. It's just the vocals are so like I think the perfect word you said is grating. Like I just want to grit my teeth until they fucking pop out of my skull listening to his
Yep.
his 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 tone.
Yeah. It's
But
brutal.
I will say I did put here props to Durst for being so insecure, whiny, in literal tone, and still leading a band to huge success. Not many insecure people will have the confidence to go out there on stage in front of 50 people, 5 people, let alone 50,000 people in an arena and say, yeah, motherfuckers, I'm Fred fucking Durst. This is my band, Limp Bizkit. Listen up. You might not like it, and I don't like myself, but we got a record deal and we got signed onto the tour, so fucking listen up. And he did it. He did it. So props to him for that. Doesn't mean I like it, but you know,
But he
oh,
didn't.
you know what else? When I listened to this on Spotify, no affiliation, at least not yet, but I listened to it on Spotify, and it shows you the number of listeners for each song.
Mhm.
Dude, I was shocked at how many people listen to this fucking album. Oh, I'm not talking like a million or two. I'm like 500 million people.
Yeah.
Holy shit! Like, put that in your Beatles pipe and smoke it, Paul. Fuck me to tears. That many fucking people listen to this shit? Oh my
Yeah.
god! I wouldn't
Yeah.
have thought that in a million years. I would have thought like after the year 2008, I disappeared like everybody else. But no, it's holy shit, dude.
Yeah. The Luke
Uh,
Combs, when it rains,
yeah,
it pours. That had like 690 million views.
it's amazing, isn't it?
Which, yeah, that's crazy. I think that's more than the population of America
Yeah, it is. It's like double.
itself. Like, so. I mean, and these are people that listen to it repeatedly, but
Of course,
um,
yeah.
yeah, they Fred Durst was and Limp Bizkit. I don't know how they wrote their songs or whatever, but it's usually with a front man like him, it's all the lyrics come from him, and
Yeah.
but they made radio hits that radio listeners love. and
Yep.
it could be considered butt rock. Uh, I mean, like the
Butt rock
yeah,
is a rock my ass. Butt rock.
butt rock, and that's a whole genre of like Creed and Five
Oh
Finger
yeah.
Dick Pinch. Oh, don't don't even think about it. I should
Oh
have
my
never
god.
said that
I know.
name.
Oh, taking a note now. Dare take a
Ah, I
note.
knew it. I knew it. I'm in so much trouble now
Tell
because
you what, guys, I need you to drop your guitar down in tuning and then drop that in tuning. And then I need you to do a whole album of covers. Go.
yeah.
Uh,
Oh,
so
fuck
Limp
that
Bizkit,
band.
I had the one note I took, and this is for almost every song on the album, is man, if you would have just had a good rapper instead of Fred Durst, it would have like if Ice T, Body Count is a good example, but Ice T or even Exhibit sounded pretty good on the album.
Yeah.
DMX sounded good. Good MC Everlast. Countless guys would have sounded if they just would have rapped in like a slightly angry tone because they're all angry songs, angry white guy songs. But if they would have rapped in a slightly angry tone with a menacing voice instead of the super whiny, that
Yeah.
voice, it would have been a pretty fucking cool album because Westmoreland, his guitar work is really good. I got to give him props for that. There was a song on there. The "It'll Be Okay" song. I think the one you referenced earlier. That would have been when I listened to that. I thought, man, this should have been a Linkin Park song. Like I can hear Chester Bennington singing this right now.
I was
God rest
just
his
gonna
soul.
say that I agree with you that if he had a better rapper, just like I call him MC Monotone from Linkin Park, I don't know who the fuck that guy is, but like he would be better than Fred Durst. Like,
Yeah,
yes,
yeah. You know what,
absolutely.
man? I want to take a moment to give props to another dead guy that committed suicide, Chester Bennington, the lead singer from Linkin Park. Because
Yeah.
I'm not a Linkin Park fan. It's not my style. But I went to a charity concert with Fireplant Guitars in L.A. Slash and Ozzy Osbourne put this on. Actually, Slash and his then wife Perla put on this concert to help homeless kids in L.A. And it was I forget this venue was at. It was in Hollywood, and it was Slash. It was hosted by George Lopez, Slash, Ozzy Osbourne, Tom Morello, the guy from Wolf Mother, um,
Ooh.
the guys from GNR, except for Axel, of course. God dang it, who else? So many, tons of guys were there. And they're, what's his name? Fuck. Jane's Addiction guitarist, also Red Hot Chili Peppers. Dave Navarro was there.
Yeah, Dave Navarro.
And it was a killer show. It was killer. And but Chester Bennington was there, and I thought, oh, I don't know if he really fits the bill. Like he's not, but he came in and he sang a couple of songs. He sounded really good. He did Paradise City with Slash on guitar and Izzy and as well, and Travis Barker was on drums,
Oh shit.
and Chester Bennington killed it on Paradise City. It sounded so good. I had no idea he had such a great singing voice until I heard him live. And no, there was no auto tune, there's no editing. It was him singing live, and that's not an easy song to sing either. It's fast, a lot of range, a lot of high notes, a lot of sustain. He killed it. Like it was so good.
No shit.
And I came away from that concert with a whole new respect for two guys actually. Chester Bennington, like again, I'm not a Linkin Park fan, but dude could sing. He was so good, so gifted, and we killed himself. But yeah, whatever. And then the other guy that was there, you may have heard of him, Ozzy Osbourne, died recently. I don't know if you're familiar, but he came on. He of course anchored the show. He's the last guy. He was old there. This is like 2010, 2011. We did this charity thing, and he came in, stood there like almost motionless by the mic. All right, you motherfuckers, let me see, raise your hands. I don't fucking hear, like getting the crowd all fired up. What a fucking showman, dude. Excuse me, he didn't dance on the stage. He didn't run around like David Lee Roth and do fucking karate jump kicks and shit. He stood there motionless pretty much on the stage and got the crowd. And think of the guys that were there. All those guys I mentioned were all there on stage most of the night. Ozzy Osbourne standing motionless saying, I got fucking hear you. Got everyone more fired up than anyone else on the stage. So I had never seen Ozzy live before that. And that was amazing to see. Like, what charisma. Holy shit. Holy shit. But anyway, back to Chester. If Chester Bennington sang for Limp Bizkit, would have been way better on that song anyway. And then I also took notes like Boiler should have been done by Staind instead because it's just depressing sounding, and there's no reason for them to do that. And then Scott Weiland. Scott Weiland did vocals on one of the songs. And it was just proof, like.
Well, that would have made sense because Scott Weiland / Duff and Matt and some other guy were Velvet Revolver, another supergroup, sort of, even though it's primarily Guns N' Roses with Scott Weiland on vocals.
Right.
I love them, at least their first album, Contraband. Holy shit, what a rock and roll album
great.
that is.
Yep.
But Limp Bizkit was just a scene thing, for all the kids that didn't have enough brains. Yeah, they didn't have enough brains to listen to like Slipknot because it was too heavy or too furious or too many notes.
Well, they pushed their fingers into their eyes. That scared them all away.
Oh yeah, they're terrifying people, but
they wore masks and stuff.
Frightening. Yeah, but seriously, like Limp Bizkit is just bad. I'm happy with Fred Durst nowadays. Like I said before, but if I never hear a Limp Bizkit song again in my life, I don't really care.
Yeah, I'd be fine with that. But I think the Scott Weiland song called "Hold On," well, Scott Weiland sang on it. That was just proof that had somebody like Scott Weiland sang on that whole album, would have been way better, man. It would have been way better, or a better rapper, or both, But anyway, and then they had the Roland remix, the rap remix at the end, which I thought was pretty cool. Except he tried to crack some clever line like everyone everyone get retarded.
Yes.
Like,
and he says retarded like at least 7 times in a row, and it was just like, that's Gen X, baby.
Yeah, that's Gen ironic. X. Yeah, I did look it up too. He is like a little bit older. He's like a year or two older than I am. He is solid Gen X. So I got to give him a little bit of props, like I said, for being that insecure and still having the courage to lead that band with a new sound that no one is used to, and saying to the world, fuck it, I'm just going to go. Fuck it. I'm just going to go forward with this band. This is all I got. And if it works, it works. If not, I'll go get a job at the warehouse or at the fucking Chrysler plant. Here I come.
Yeah. So that was our homework. Go ahead and tell us it was a fail. I'm okay with that because I'm secure in my El Blasto-ness that I don't give a shit about failing that fucking album because I should have done it a lot earlier. Yeah, I should have done it after about track number 3. Honestly, it was just so brutally stupid at the beginning. I just was like, oh God.
Check this out though. Here's a different kind of challenge, which I'm not gonna. If you had to listen to one album or the other, would you pick Limp Bizkit, Chocolate Starfish, and the hot dog flavored water, or the Violent Femmes, whatever the fuck it was?
Hallowed Ground. Oh,
Hallowed Ground,
boy.
Yeah. If you had to pick one over the other, you had to spend the next hour of your life in the car, trapped in the car with one of the two, and you couldn't turn it off.
Oh,
Oh, that's a fucking challenge.
oh my
I don't know.
God.
Especially since we still both have PTSD from listening to it in the past week. Both of them in the
That's
same week.
that's so bad. Uh,
It might come down
Jeez.
to purely
For
time.
the
Which
for
one
the
is going to cost me
music,
less time in my life?
it's Limp Bizkit because
Oh, for sure.
I like zero about Violent Femmes. Nothing.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Nothing at all. Like if I could just teach my brain how to tune out Fred Durst's voice, the music would be fine. I'd play video
Yeah,
games to it, like
yeah.
uh but oh that was that was one of those would you rather questions that are really difficult.
That's pretty fucked up. I apologize for that. That's pretty
No,
fucked
that's
up.
great. That's great content because
I don't
like
know. I don't
that made
know.
me if I cover my eyes, I'm just like, no, make it stop
Yeah,
because
yeah. It's hiding. It doesn't exist. If I don't see it, it doesn't exist. I can't see it. Yeah, yeah.
put my
La
head
la
in
la.
the
Watermelon, watermelon, watermelon. Yeah.
put totally putting my head in the sand on that one because that just sucks. God, if I was forced to, I wouldn't do this on my own. Like,
Yeah,
there's no
yeah,
way in hell that I would consider either one of them for listening to ever again in my life.
yeah.
But
If you were imprisoned at Guantanamo Bay and you had the choice of the two albums to listen to on a loop,
yeah, with
which would you
sleep
choose? Oh,
deprivation,
oh, could you imagine?
I
I'd be a terrorist too. Holy
y-
shit! I'd kill
yeah,
whoever walked in the room first. Dead.
I'd turn into a filthy ape. You know, I just it's like altered.
Not an ape, but a filthy ape.
Yeah, filthy ape. I mean,
Goddamn dirty ape. Yeah.
I would revert back to an animalistic form in my mind.
Oh, for sure.
You
For
know,
sure. A violent, predatory animal. The first thing to walk in my fucking cage, dead. Totally.
yo,
Just shredded to bits.
I don't care if it's the guy coming to release me. He's dead.
You released me just in time to murder you.
Filthy ape.
Goddamn dirty ape.
Yep.
So that brings us to the next challenge then. So we oh man, audience, the things we do for you people.
Oh boy,
You
this is
people. What
yeah.
you mean
Here
by
it
you
comes.
people?
Yeah. What do you mean, you people?
So well, I'm gonna go in order of I think the easiest to the most difficult. So you and I are both metalheads to some
Yep.
extent. You more than I think, but I'm a metalhead too. Pantera is a great band.
Yes.
Dimebag Darrell's phenomenal. Phil Anselmo, kind of an a-hole, but good vocalist perfect for the band. The band's tight, they're solid, great riffs. Like listen to their stuff, the successful stuff, amazing stuff for a guitar. All you young guitar players out there, shit, listen to Dimebag. Listen to Dimebag. You can't go wrong.
Absolutely groundbreaking. I mean,
Yeah, yeah,
they brought something to metal that propelled metal into the spotlight.
yep. A
Basically, it
whole
was
new kind of metal.
yeah.
No one, yeah. Before that, it was Dio, and after that, it was Dio was not metal anymore. After Pantera changed the way metal sounded.
Well, the Pantera wasn't always Pantera. Now we're not going
That's right.
forward here. We're not trying to diss Pantera. I love Pantera. I'm not. We're not trying to do this out of spite or anything like that. However, we have found that they were a hair metal band
Oh,
previous to their career as badasses from
yep.
Texas. So they had the hairspray, and they had the
They tried to fit
leather.
in.
Yeah, well, it
They
must have
tried to
been the
fit in with
thing
the hair metal stuff. Yeah, they
because
tried to fit in with the glam band shit.
what was this like? It's called Projects in the Jungle.
Projects
By
and not to be confused. See, like we said, they tried to fit in about the jungle stuff. Projects in the Jungle by Pantera. Before they hit it big, I think Blaster and I are going to have to listen to this like we're that, yeah, baby, we'll give you a listen. We got you a shot kind of music executive. Like, are you, man? Oh, you'll be the next Warren Cherry Pie, baby. Come on now, you guys sound fantastic. We'll get you on the
Oh yeah,
Sunsets. We'll have you play the whiskey. We'll have you play the blah blah blah. Oh, it'd be fantastic, guys. Let's
baby, you'll
go.
be rocking like docking.
Oh God, I'm gonna cry. You'll be rocking like Docking with two K's.
Yep, it's on like Charles Bronson. But
Oh my God, dude,
yeah,
that's so great.
we're gonna
So
go
we're gonna
for
listen to Pantera's hair metal album project, trying to get discovered thing called Projects in the Jungle. Projects in the Jungle by Pantera, which
yeah,
means panther, by the way, in Spanish, in case you guys
yes,
didn't know that. Pantera. And then the next, so we opened up a new genre too, where we're gonna listen to. This is coming in future episodes. We're gonna listen to some renowned supergroups because there are supergroups from like we're talking like the past 50 years. There's tons of them, and some supergroups are not that super. Some were super. Some were not super. Um, but we're not going to get there yet. But there, that also spawned an idea of famous people that have bands. And at first we thought Keanu Reeves has a band named Dog Star,
which I
and I
never
thought,
knew.
yeah, which I've informed you about. Yeah, Keanu Reeves plays bass,
Oh,
and I think that's all he does in the band. But we're not doing a Dog Star album yet because I think it's just doomed for failure. It's too difficult to start. We gotta ease into it. So we found a mix of the two. Johnny Depp has a band with Joe Perry from Aerosmith and Alice Cooper, called the Hollywood Vampires. So they have an album. What's the album called? It's called I don't know what it is, but they have an album, and we're gonna listen to that one. Johnny Depp, Alice Cooper, and Joe Perry, and a few other guys, of course. We're gonna listen to that album and see if we can get through it. To me, I think it's Johnny Depp's a really talented guy. Alice Cooper's great. Joe Perry's a good guitarist. But there's some Aerosmith songs I don't dig like at all. Some I
oh
think
man.
Tree kept it rolling on. Oh, fucking stop! I can't listen to that song ever again, ever.
Oh, but that's one of the older ones. The shit like Pump. You remember that album
Oh yeah, man,
with
with the two
with the
trucks fucking each other. Yeah.
yeah with the fucking monster ballads up the ass.
Oh
Holy
yeah, you're my
shit.
crazy amazing angel. That thing. You're my
Yeah,
angel, my crazy amazing. How do I whatever and yeah, Armageddon song and blah blah. Oh yeah,
yeah,
awful.
like man, they fell off a
Very
cliff.
very
You
poppy.
know, they went from shit like Back in the Saddle, which I can totally jam with,
Yeah.
to fucking Janie's Got a Gun.
Oh, that
God
one hurt,
save me.
man. And that fucking video with Alicia Silverstone and the guy from Terminator 2
Yep,
when they crashed
that's
the Cadillac on purpose just to see if the airbags work. And oh my god, make it stop.
yeah, the Thelma and Louise themed
Yeah,
bullshit.
yeah. Maybe
Yeah,
that wasn't that song, but anyway, I know they didn't have a video like that. But yeah, no, and hey, I like Steven Tyler. I love. He's one of the greatest frontmen of all time too. Like undeniably great voice, great talent, great frontman. Talk about fucking energy. Jesus, he's like 110 years old. Holy
yeah,
crap, still running around like an animal. Him and Mick Jagger are not from this planet.
and
Except Steven
both of
Tyler has a much better voice.
yeah, and he can stuff an entire Big Mac into his mouth.
Right. With the styrofoam holder and everything. Yeah.
Yeah, the whole thing,
The
the whole thing.
styrofoam clamshell and everything. Yeah, the whole
Yep.
bag. Yeah, he can supersize it and jam it in his face. Yeah. Never to be seen again. But yeah, Johnny Depp. I don't know. I've heard one. I've heard one song by these guys that hit the radio down in Southern California, and it was all right. It seemed a little bit overproduced and contrived and over edited. So I don't know if I
I'm
can get through a
sure
whole.
that that's what it's gonna be. I'm
Yeah,
predicting that it's gonna be overdone.
yeah, like Johnny Depp. I've like and honest, I don't know. He might be a guitar virtuoso, but I don't know. But I'm guessing he's not. But imagine like you or I trying to keep up with the guy like Joe Perry. Like I don't know, like I can play rhythm for you, dude, but I don't know if I can really. I can't keep up. You're a really good guitarist, and I'm just average.
Right.
I'm gonna need some. What are the open chords to that song? There aren't any. Well, I gotta go. I got nothing for you then.
What did we say earlier? Like Gene Simmons is a root note wizard.
I was just thinking that. Oh my god. Root note wizard. Yeah, yeah.
That's another shirt idea too.
Yep.
Root note wizard.
The root note wizard. Oh my god. I'm writing that down right now. Root
Excellent.
note was all you people out there in podcast land, you got to buy our merch, man, because it's going to be some pretty cool shit.
Yeah, it's going to be pretty awesome.
There's going to be a shirt with gluten tart on it for all of you people like me who can't do gluten. And it's going to look like a fucking badass, like German, like industrial metal band with umlauts and everything. And then
yeah, and little cogs on it, you know, that are like turning together and gluten
Navidades. Yeah, gluten tart. Oh my god. Then all right, so then we had so we had to get modern too. So another one that we have. So football. Everyone knows as soon as I said football. Fucking spoiler alert! Everyone knows
sports ball.
Yeah, sports ball. NFL starts this week, and that means everyone's gonna watch Taylor Swift and her fiance, Travis Kelce, running around on the sports ball field. We were just joking earlier before we caught air that Taylor Swift. I can't imagine she knows anything about football. For those of you who don't know my background, I know all about sports. I was a sports junkie in my younger days. Total sports junkie. So I know all about it, man. But I don't watch it like I used to. I can't. But I guarantee I know more about football than Taylor Swift will ever. I've forgotten more than she'll ever learn about football. No offense, Travis. But we just imagine her up in her luxury booth or luxury box at Arrowhead Stadium, saying, yay, spike the sports ball into the field goal yellow things.
Touchdown, home run.
Yeah, he shoots, he scores and stuff. Was that a triple axel?
Yeah. Was that an RBI or was that a hat trick? For the sports ball football.
Or was that a hat trick or a double sow cow? What was that? Dick Button? Sorry, that's a pretty obscure reference.
He's going to throw the curveball.
Yeah.
In the football game.
He's going to throw the ball into the basket.
Yeah, where are the baskets?
Oh, look, halftime. Girls, yay, girls, go. Yes. Cheerleader girls, yay.
Sports ball.
I hope they dance one of my songs at the sports ball game that my boyfriend plays in.
Oh, holy shit. It's probably like her greatest hits on parade in like a medley.
Oh, could you imagine?
This is in honor of our famous guest, Taylor Swift. Please don't have your cult threaten us anymore.
Dude, I can't imagine. Like, hey, look, Taylor Swift is gorgeous. No one's going to deny that. She's beautiful. But, but Travis, I can't imagine Travis Kelce or any dumb jock or athlete, sports ball player. I can't imagine any of them like grooving out to Taylor Swift music. Who in the NFL listens to Taylor Swift's music? There's no way he listens to it and goes, "Oh, baby, that sounds great. You're so talented." And I'm not saying she's not talented. Anyway, I won't go there. But there's no way he likes her fucking music. There's no fucking way. It's just like there's no way she's going to listen to our music. There's no fucking way.
Yeah. Like he's just throws the dumbbells on the ground and is just like, "Oh, baby, that hits. Yeah." It's like, no, that's that's probably not the reaction that anybody's going to get, but we're going to do this for our piece de resistance, which is
Oh,
farting in my general direction, is Taylor Swift's uh, Poet Who Didn't Know
tortured.
It, or
Oh yeah,
something like that.
tortured poets department. Because you know why? Because she lived such a tortured life. I needed to
Oh,
hear
yeah,
all this. Came out in 2024. Her
it's
tortured
rough.
existence.
It's rough.
Tortured poets department. Um, all right. Tell you what, folks. I'm gonna listen to it. I'm gonna give it. I'm gonna give it a go. I'm gonna give it a go and
And
see if I can get through like one chorus.
I'm sure that there will be recognizable songs on it
I don't know because
from.
I honestly, I don't think I can name. I'm. Let me preface this. I'm sure I've heard several of her songs. I couldn't name a single one by title because it is so far out of my realm of existence that I don't listen. I don't listen to any of her stuff. My wife listens to like easy listening stuff on the radio, on like live terrestrial FM radio still,
Yeah,
and I like most of the songs come on there. I go, God, this is so fucking awful. I can't listen. Some are new, some are old, but I can't listen to any of them. But half of them are probably Taylor Swift songs. I don't know.
but that's
We'll
the
see. My
thing,
niece loves her. I know that.
Okay. Yeah, well, I mean, there is a cult-like mentality behind
Yeah,
Taylor Swift fans.
yeah.
Where
They call them Swifties, I believe, in the modern nomenclature. They're Swifties.
yeah, the Kansas City Swifts. Uh,
Oh my God.
fucking,
The Kelsey
but
City Swifts.
it's gonna be the same thing, I think, as Luke Combs, because I had heard that song uh about 100 fucking times, and I just didn't know who it was because
Yeah, that's a good point.
I'm not familiar with this type of shit. The Taylor Swift sphere, I have never even come close to.
Hmm.
I don't even know anybody who likes her because I don't know anybody who's really young.
Right.
So,
Right.
that honestly, that's the way it is. So
Yeah.
this is going to be an eye opener, and like I said, maybe my revelation will come true, or maybe it will come with some real good content where we're just like completely like, what the fuck did I just listen to? Oh my god!
What could have possible? Who listens to this crap? Or we're gonna come out being Swifties, dude. You know what,
Yeah,
man? Hey, Travis and Taylor, congratulations, sincere congratulations on your engagement that the whole world needed to fucking know about. Whatever, I don't care. Whatever, man. Get married, enjoy it. Whatever. Travis Kelsey. All I gotta say is, my sports ball rampage right now. Travis Kelsey, you've got a fucking amazing agent. Whoever your agent is, because dude, I don't know if you know this. He and his brother Jason, who is also an NFL player, he retired like 2 years ago, I think. They have a podcast, and somebody recommended that. I was, oh, they're really funny. It's just a couple of man. I'm sorry, Travis. If you ever hear this, I'm so sorry, but I can't go back now. And maybe someday you can redeem yourself to me. But it's just a couple of dumb jocks who think they're funny, and
yeah,
and agents would, oh yeah, baby, you're the Kelsey, everyone's gonna love you. Yeah, get in front of the mic. You guys are so funny. Oh my God, you're so funny. Just cut me a check, and everything's gonna be funny, or everything's gonna be great. Dude, I listened to it for about 20 minutes. Talk about a challenge. So it just wasn't funny. It just like that's why I didn't play high school. I was athletic. I played all kinds of sports my whole life, but I didn't play on the high school teams because I come on, I can't get along with those guys. I cannot
yeah,
hang around with a bunch of jocks. I can't.
yeah. It's
It's not
it's
my
like
it's not my scene, baby.
like a couple of guys that just like eat cement for breakfast. It's just like
Yeah, a couple of real
you're
cement heads.
yeah, you're good out on the field. Just keep it out there.
Yeah, yeah.
Wait till
So
you're really washed up and then do something like that. But
yeah, and
um,
and no offense to the guys that I went to high school with who were the jocks that I couldn't. see myself playing sports ball with.
Sports ball. I love
any
that.
any kind of sports ball with. But because I actually did get along with a good number of them, and I just anyway. But it doesn't mean they should have a full album challenge podcast because they're not funny and they're not clever and they don't know anything about music. And I could go have a baseball podcast with them, but anyway, yeah, the Travis and Jason Kelsey thing. I forget what they call it. It's not even a clever name. It's not even clever enough to be like called the Kelsey podcast. It's something else, like Bros on Mics or something like that. I forget what it is, but it's not good. But hopefully, the Taylor Swift album is. Hopefully, I'm pleasantly surprised, but
Yeah.
I don't know.
I'm hoping that the angels start singing to me and I shit the bed, because that would be an epic story right there. I was listening to Taylor Swift and I shit the bed. It was so
It was a
fucking
revelation.
amazing. Yes.
Talk
Sweet
about a
baby
holy
Jeebus.
experience. Like I shat the bed. Oh man.
But yeah, so that's going to be next week.
Yeah. I also wrote down another T-shirt idea too. The Kelsey City Swifts, but in all the Chiefs font.
It just says Swift, so with the arrowhead.
Yep.
Oh, do
Kelsey
they
City
still do
Swifts.
that?
Yeah, they got it.
They still got the arrowhead? I'm
Yeah, it's
surprised
very
it hasn't.
offensive.
Yeah, I'm surprised it hasn't been swooped in on by the woke idiots. But
Yeah.
uh,
Well, the Chiefs are okay. So saith Charlestown.
yeah.
So saith
All
the
right.
Hanson brothers. Chiefs are still okay.
Putting on the foil,
Anyway.
coach. Yeah, you want
Yeah.
some?
No. Yeah, every game. You want some? No. Okay, boys, let's see what you got.
Yeah. So, yeah, and heads up for everybody out there. If you want to do some homework, watch the movie Slapshot, because we're going to,
Oh yeah.
fucking wearing me out.
Fucking wear me out. Fuck it. Yeah, they have to be at the end of our more slickly produced podcast. The very last thing people hear is Paul Newman as Coach Reggie Dunlop saying, fuck it. And then off air.
Yep. And then off air, right there. Fuck it.
Yep. Dunlop, you suck cock. All I can get.
You know what your problem is, Dunlop? You're too fucking old to play this game. Hey, you take that back. I just love the dialogue in that. It's so great.
Oh, it's priceless. It's priceless. You think Ray Braden's a faggot? No, he has a huge cock like a horse.
Yeah, like a horse.
He loved her. He told me he loved her.
Are you guys brothers?
Oh my god, man! Yeah, podcast land. You got to watch Slapshot. This will make a lot more sense. We'll make the podcast look mean next time.
Yeah, making it look mean.
Oh shit! We may even underline the fuck scenes for you. Anyway,
They teach you how to underline in college.
not the fuck scenes. They don't. All right, so this week we got Taylor Swift, Tortured Poets Department, Pantera, Projects in the Jungle from I think 1985,
Yeah.
and then Hollywood Vampires, whatever that fucking album is, Johnny Depp, Alice Cooper, and Joe Perry, and the other guys in the band. And then we'll have the website up within a week, fullalbumchallenge.com. Hopefully we'll have merch on there so you can get your gluten tard t-shirts, your Root Note Wizard t-shirts, and your Kelsey City Swift t-shirts. Oh man, that's so great.
Root Note Wizard.
Oh man.
Oh,
He's a
God.
Root Note Wizard. Dun, 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 dun. Anyway. Oh, this is thoroughly degraded. All right, podcast, and we got to sign this shit off. Go do your homework, people. Go watch Slapshot. Listen to the albums that we listen to. Tell us what you think. Comment down below in the YouTube thingy. Like, subscribe. Watch us every fucking time we come out. We're not on a set schedule, so whatever. Buy the merch when it comes out because You'll be a fucking hero in your hometown if you do.
You absolutely will, guaranteed.
Yeah. All right. Hey, real quick, let's see your shirt too, because we always try to wear clever T-shirts too. What's yours say?
Oh yeah, I got mine right here. Is the ever famous Dranzig.
Dr. Stephen Brule, everyone.
Yes.
Go watch that too. That's totally worth a watch. That is, talk about sick, twisted humor. That's like beyond. John C. Reilly's a fucking genius for doing that.
He is.
My T-shirt is, of course, from The Exorcist Part 3, which is the scariest horror movie of all time. It's the original, like, the greatest jump scare in the history of cinema is this scene right here, right there.
Right.
Go watch it. That's like one of my favorite movies of all time, if not my favorite horror movie of all time, for sure. So it's not as funny as yours, but people look at this shirt and they go, "What does your shirt mean?" And I have to explain the whole thing. Well, have you ever seen The Exorcist? Oh, it's from the no, it's from The Exorcist Part 3. Part 3. Well, what about Part 2? Oh, Part 2 sucked. It had nothing to. This is the sequel to 1. It goes 1 to 3. Never mind Part 2. And I got to explain the whole thing. And by the time I get to the end, they're like, "I don't get it." Watch the fucking movie.
Yeah, you got to watch the movie.
Oh, it's fantastic. Yeah, watch that one. Oh, more homework for you people. Watch The Exorcist Part 3. Scariest horror movie I've ever seen. But, I think it's scarier than the first Exorcist.
Before we call it here, though, I want to say something about this shirt. For Brent Hines, we recently lost him, the lead guitarist in the band Mastodon. Tragic accident that happened with his motorcycle. And I was wearing this shirt at a meet and greet that I got to see them before they performed. And he came up to me and he was just like, "Hey, Dr. Steve Brule," like he was looking at my shirt.
Really?
And he knew. And so that's what's cool about wearing a shirt like this is when somebody's in the know, you automatically are like, like that's awesome. Yeah. That was totally awesome. Like that's how he broke the ice. Was just like, Dr. Steve Brule, I love that. And I was just like, shit, yeah. That's
awesome. Yeah, that's that guy. What a great guitarist too. What a great band, Mastodon. That would not be for us anyway. Not a full album challenge for us. I have no problem getting through a full Mastodon album. They're wow. Talk about great musicians.
I wouldn't have any problem with them.
No. But, I get some people aren't metalheads, but man, if you're anyway, undeniably great musicians. Everyone in that band, so great. But Dranzig.
Oh yeah, Dranzig.
They need one that says Pruppets too.
Yeah, Pruppets. I have actually a pin on my other work vest that it says Pizza, and it has a picture of pepperoni pizza, and then it's got Steve Brule's silhouette on the bottom, and I wear that at work.
Pizza, your flair at work, Pizza.
Yeah, that's my flair at work is Pizza, because it's got a little slice of pepperoni pizza on it, and people are like, "That's misspelled." And I'm like, "Yeah, you don't get it."
You're like, "No, it's not."
Yeah,
a doctor spelled it that way. It's got to be great.
Doctor to doctor, But
Pizza is great. All right, man. We're gonna call it. We're gonna call it. So we got Swift, Pantera, Hollywood Vampires next week. Next episode, whenever that is, we'll get to it. All right, podcast land. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you guys next time. Like, subscribe, all the cliche bullshit. Do it. You love us. You know it. All right, guys. Be good.
Peace
Bye,
out.
everybody.